So people who are interested in economic history know about the Great Game. The Great Game was a situation that some resources, especially oil, were not readily available in Europe when Europe needed it, right? And so the technology of offshore drilling wasn't there yet, so Europe just didn't have access to these resources. And so the Great Game ensued. So like Britain, for example, tried to get access to the oil resources, so did other European countries, and there was a real scramble for them. So this is history, right? This is a long time ago. But now we can see that actually the second round of this game is playing, and actually I would argue is already played out, and that is that of rare earth. Rare earth are all these things that we need for modern products such as electric cars, cell phones, and so on. The thing is, China has cornered the market. Yes, there are some other resources somewhere else, but they're like very difficult to get to. And so basically what China has done is they have looked at the Great Game version 1 and have figured out, well, this could be Great Game number 2. Let's just get access to it. Let's corner the market. Let's manipulate the market so that whenever somebody is trying to invest into the production capabilities, we're just going to destroy the prices. And so then it's not very feasible anymore to invest into this kind of mining. And so when they stop the project, they raise the prices again, right? And we can see it. If you open the news, you can see it all the time. My point is that I actually think we are already in phase 3 of this game, and that is space. And it's really shocking to see that Europe is very slow and again behind the curve. Because if you think that there are some resources in space, let's just assume there is something out there. Now is the time to actually make a claim for that. That means actually staking a claim. That means developing the technology, maybe developing the models, the factories, the engines, whatever you need to get the resources extracted at a competitive price. Because if, for example, the Chinese or Americans have been doing it for 30 years and then we decide, oh, suddenly we need this too, then maybe it's too late because they have such a cost advantage and we are cut out of the market again, right? And the reality is this is really happening already. So it's because we're early in the game, same as it was with oil and as it was with rare earth, it's not as clear that this is happening, right? Because if I asked you, okay, so what's the resource you're getting from space? Is there anything on the moon or on Mars or in space itself that we need? Most people would actually struggle to do that. But if you notice that more AI is going to space because maybe you can get the electricity cheaper. I'm just spitballing here. Maybe you have an environment with a vacuum, with the cold temperatures that is more helpful to produce tokens in AI. Maybe you can have something like helium-3 from the moon that is interesting for nuclear fusion. There's a lot of things that are out there which don't seem really that convincing. So if you had told me about this like 2 years ago, I would have said, yeah, okay, that's kind of nice, but is that really valuable? And yeah, it looks like it's not that valuable right now, but as the technology is progressing, as we're getting to some points, it might very well be that we suddenly find out, oh, maybe helium-3 from the moon is super valuable. It's the energy source of the future. Oh, and guess what? The Americans are there, the Chinese are there, but the Europeans aren't. So I think we really need to wake up and figure out if there is a new great game afoot, if there's a new scramble for resources afoot out there, and if we're actually repeating the mistake that we did in round 2, which is rare earth, where we're completely cut off at the mercy of China and something that we don't really like and don't want to be in again.